Alright guys, so to start this look, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick, and the shade I'm using is Caramel. And as you guys can see, there really is no technique. I'm just applying it wherever I want to spread the coverage. And I'm going to take it also under my eyes, but I will tell you guys that it's a little bit of a dry formula, so you may not want to use it under your eyes. And now I'm taking my Sephora Fan airbrush foundation brush, and you guys know I love this, and I'm using that just to spread the product out. As you guys can see, the coverage is very natural, but it's buildable, so I will be adding another layer of this foundation just to get medium to full coverage. I'm also going to be taking this, there I am spreading the second layer of the foundation out, and I'm also bringing that down into my neck. As you guys can see, I'm kind of dragging the foundation and it's not moving, so I do like that. Now I'm going to be taking my Marc Jacobs Peach Corrector, and I'm just going to take that under my eyes, and I'm going to use a corrector today because I will be using my Smashbox Concealer, which you guys know I really love. So I'm just patting that corrector under my eyes to prep for the concealer. And the shade I wear in this concealer is medium, and as you guys can see, it's a nice thick concealer, but it's very hydrating. It feels very cooling and like a gel. It blends out beautifully, it stays on, it doesn't crease, but because its shade is a little bit more yellow, I definitely have to use a corrector under my eyes. I'm also taking this and I'm applying it to my mouth because I have darkness, so I want to make sure that I have a little bit extra coverage, since this foundation is a little bit more of a natural sheer foundation. And of course I'm going to set with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm taking my MAC 133, and this is just something that I do with all of my foundations. I always start with my under eyes to make sure that it doesn't crease, and I take the powder and I just place it all over my face, and it helps prolong the wear of my makeup. It keeps me from getting oily in my T-zone. And so yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be using my Dip Brow Pomade in Dark Brunette, and I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows. I'll be using Dark Chocolate bronzer by Too Faced, and I'm using a MAC 135 just to bronze my complexion and also add some definition. And as you guys can see, it's not a very intense contour, it's just a very mild form of defining my face a little bit and adding warmth without going crazy. And I'm going to be using this Marc Jacobs blush, and I'm just using a crown brush, and I'm going to just put a light amount of this product just so that I have a little bit more of a blended cheek. Now I'm going to be using my MAC 24-hour eyeshadow base, and I'm just going to prep my eyes for the eyeshadow that we will be using. I am going to be using MAC's vanilla eyeshadow, and I'm going to take a MAC 224. I'm going to set that primer that I've used, and I'm going to take that all the way up to the brow bone. So just to add some warmth to my crease, I'm going to be using MAC Saddle and a 224 brush, and I'm just going to take that color and place it in the crease, and I'm just rocking that brush back and forth. I'm not being very precise with it. I just want it to look very soft and blown out and add some dimension back to my face. Now to add a little bit of warmth, I'm going to take my favorite MAC eyeshadow, and this is Texture. It's just a really beautiful reddish brown shade, and that adds so much warmth. It's one of my favorite colors to blend, and as you guys can see, it already looks so much warmer and prettier. Now I'm going to take Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in Trust Issues, and as you guys can see, it's a really pretty dirty plum shade, and I'm going to be applying this without a liner. These wear really well and they don't really bleed, so it's perfect. Sorry about Jax, he wanted to contribute to my audio for this video. That's the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll check in with you. Alright guys, so it's almost 3:30 and I wanted to do an update because I've had this makeup on for 8 hours, and I will tell you guys, I've had this foundation on for over 12 hours, a little over 12 hours, and it's, I don't know. Okay guys, it's 9:40 p.m. and I just got home, so I have had this on for a really long time. Longer than I like to have my makeup on. But I wanted to show you guys, I did not touch up. I'm gonna just tell you guys that it was the hardest thing to do. I wanted to touch up so bad because as you guys can see, my foundation is beyond glowy. It looks oily. And on top of that, it started to come off on the nose. Like literally my whole nose is bald around my mouth. So I'm just gonna zoom in for you guys so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, check out this nose. Can you guys see that literally my foundation has come off? And even like around my mouth, my forehead is still pretty intact, but it's super oily. Like you guys can see that it's really, really oily. And again, it's pretty bad. Like, it's not cute. So this foundation looks beautiful when you first put it on. Like I said, I set it with a powder, and I feel like if you wear it for regular 7 to 8 hour days, it's not bad. But to wear it all day over the 8 hours, it looks pretty bad. I don't like the way my foundation looks right now. I don't like how oily it's gotten, and even again with me setting it, I really was annoyed by the fact that my nose was completely, I mean, there's no makeup on my nose. I'm gonna give this a shot again tomorrow because I feel like I really want to give it a fair shot. Like today maybe it was too humid in Chicago. I don't know. It definitely wasn't hot. So this mess here shouldn't be happening. So I know I look ratchet right now. It's been a really long day. I'm so tired. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I will do a second impressions video, I guess, and then we'll see how it goes. But as of now, I'm not a fan. Alright guys, it's round 2 of the Anastasia foundation stick, and today I'm going to use a Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, which is the mattifying one. And since this had difficulty staying on my T-zone, that's really where I'm going to focus this. So I'm going to go in with the same shade I wore yesterday, which is Caramel. I really like the shade, and my primer seems to have set. And I'm just going to apply this same way I did yesterday. I'm actually tempted to do extra where it came off. And this time I'm actually going to carry the foundation with me because no. I want to fix it. Like I love the way the foundation looks. I just have a big issue with how it wore. And I'm going to tell you guys, if this doesn't work out for me, I'm returning it. I'm going to go in with a second layer because now I really want to see if I can make this foundation work. But honestly, like, I feel like I'm doing too much just to try and make this work for me. And foundation should not be this much work. I'm just stubborn and I really want to make sure I've given it a fair shot. Alright, for my concealer today, I'm going to be using my NARS Creamy Concealer. Felt like also yesterday after wearing it, the foundation almost like moved or removed my concealer. And it was to the point where people at work were like, oh, at Sephora, you look tired today. I love when people tell you that. And of course they don't mean harm by it, but yeah, I did look tired yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. You guys know that this is my routine, and with my 133 brush by MAC, I'm going to start setting this. And as I told you guys, well, yesterday I was tracking my my progress with this foundation on Snapchat, and I've actually downloaded some of the videos, so hopefully I can add those to this tutorial so you guys can see just how it wore after 5 hours, after 8 hours, and I think the last one was like a little over 12. And then what you guys will see in this video is my end of the day. So my issue was around this area in particular, so I'm really going to let this powder bake. And I have to do my forehead. The makeup on my forehead did not come off, but the makeup here was really oily and dewy, and I'm not a fan of a super dewy foundation. I like a little bit of, I like matte finishes, and I don't mind a little bit of glow, but when you can literally see the foundation that lifted, So I know this looks crazy, I know this looks heavy, I know that this is not what you want to do to prepare for a foundation, but I really want to give it a fair shot and really see what the foundation does, because it is pretty. It does look pretty. It wore horribly. I think after 5 hours, I was just kind of like, oh no. You know, at the 5 hour mark, I was okay with it. So I think that as of now, the way it stands, it is a nice foundation for a regular, maybe 7 hour to 8 hour day. After that, unless you're dry, you know, I don't know how it works for dry skin. I'm combination. So I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows, come back and do the rest of my face. Okay guys, so I put on some bronzer, I put on my lipstick, and I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash Mascara. I haven't tried this one, so I wanted to show you guys what it looked like on camera and kind of do little first impressions for you. It definitely grabs every single little hair. My only gripe right now is that it doesn't give me any volume. Like, I have long lashes, they're just thin. We're gonna let this dry a bit and then do another coat, but right now it's all right. It's a natural lash. All right, so I think I've left this powder on long enough. So now I'm just going to grab a brush and just start knocking this excess powder off. Just to kind of fill you guys in, on my lips I'm wearing Rosewood lip liner by MAC, and this is a really creamy brownish nude. It's definitely a little bit more richer in color. And then for my lips, I'm wearing Almond Multi-Stick by Bite Beauty. That's what it looks like, and it's just a really pretty brown. It's like a reddish brown. And you can use these on your eyes and your cheeks. Today I'm going to use it on my cheeks, so I'm just going to grab a little bit on the back of my hand. Look at this color, guys. It's so pretty. And I'm just going to lightly apply it to my cheeks. So you can use a multi-stick on your eyes and your lips and your cheeks. I just didn't want to use so much of the same color on my face, but maybe that'll be a tutorial, like using one stick for your entire face. I got one in Gratis too. It's a really pretty, like, pink. It's nude, like a nude pink. It's gelato, if you guys want to look it up. So maybe I'll do a tutorial with that. But this is all I'm going to do today. I'm not going to add any highlighter because, well, the disaster that was yesterday. I'm going to keep everything pretty basic because I'm tired and I really don't want to do anything else. I have some mascara on my lid, which I'm aware of, but I'm going to let it dry and then just knock it right off. That's it. Hopefully I have better results today. I hate having to give return things, and I feel like I'm gonna have to return it, and I don't want to. I'll check in with you guys when I get back from work and throughout the night, and we'll see how it goes. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Okay guys, I have been debating on whether I want to wear this foundation for the rest of the day and just see how it goes. And honestly, if I hadn't made up my mind already about this foundation, I would probably do one other check-in today. But it's currently 4:57, so 5 o'clock. And I put this foundation on at 7 this morning, actually earlier than that because I left my house at 7:15ish. So it's going back. I've got my slips ready. It's going back. Like, I feel like today it definitely has worn a little bit better than yesterday. Let me zoom in for you guys. So again, the nose is an issue. You guys can see that the foundation is missing there. Also a little bit on the insides of my cheek, around my mouth. And it looks really dewy again, which I could deal with a little bit of dewy. The problem is this. I don't know if you guys can see, but it lifts the foundation off. Like, there it is on my hand. So even though I baked my face this morning, and I baked it for, you know, I don't know, almost 5 minutes, it's still really oily. It does not stay in place, and it's a shame because I really do love the way the foundation looks when you first put it on. The problem is just that after a while it starts to do this. So I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay paying whatever the amount was for these foundations. It's just not, I can't justify it. Like, I was hoping that baking it would make it work. So again, this is going back. I'm not happy with it. I'm very torn because it's a beautiful foundation. Like I said, it gives you just a very natural coverage. The shades are gorgeous. But if you are, I researched it, okay? It's supposed to be for dry skin, which I don't understand. I'm sorry, for oily combination skin. I don't understand how oily combination skin can wear this because I'm combination. And this is not acceptable. Like, for my nose, for there to be like big chunks of foundation to be off without me like touching my nose or, you know, blowing my nose, any of that, this is not acceptable. Again, if it's a short-term wear and if you're really stuck on loving this foundation, then do you. Love it, make it work. For me, it's a little bit too much. I like my makeup to stay on. I don't like to have to touch up. And I especially do not like to have big chunks of makeup missing. Like, really, it looks like I hardly have makeup. And as you guys saw, I piled it on today. So I'm sad to report that it's going back and that I'm not a fan. My friend Jess is also trying this foundation out. You guys should head over to her channel. She's Jessica Kent, and she's dry. And when I checked in with her yesterday, she basically told me that she liked it. And I was telling her already that I was struggling with it, that I wasn't happy. So, all right, guys, I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope that you walk away with something. I'm really sad to report that for me, it was an epic fail. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you already haven't. If you're just stopping by my channel, please subscribe. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.